But really, that's the main reason. I was just thinking, what could it be so it makes sense, and it's nice. It took 5 years.
Where did you first get the idea to make a deck of cards or mark deck of cards?
2013, I went. That was my first World's Magic Championships that I attended, and well, we were there with my friend Hansa, and we were thinking we should have something, one trick. That's all you need. One trick that you can show to the big names, and because you want to gain respect, so they bring you in, and they see that you are not just one of the thousands, but you really are committed to things, and you really think about stuff, and then they will share with you, their knowledge. So we were thinking we need a thing, and already that was 2013. That was 2 years after I learned clocking, and so I remember there I showed it to Banacek at like a party, and I just told him to take the deck, shuffle it, put it behind his back, take one card out, put it in his back pocket, shuffle again, to give it to me. Just went through the cards, and I told him I don't know, it's 4 clubs, and he just looked at me and said, it's interesting. Is it that Lorraine thing? And I said, yeah. He said, but that fast? So I was like, okay, that could work. So I kept practicing, and then that became a thing that I would show to people to kind of get in the inner circle. But I didn't stop there, and I was still thinking about, because it was fun fooling like big magicians. And
it was the entryway for
yeah, impressing them. And then I stumbled upon this very, very advanced principle, which is called one-way back design. And I would find out that if you use it against very knowledgeable magicians, and if you use it in a very subtle way, they wouldn't expect that you would use such a primitive principle against them. And it becomes very powerful if you just cover it. And then I was thinking more and more how to hide it, because how I would do it, there was a card reversed in the deck, and then I would riffle and wait for the design to jump, right, where one card jumps. Yeah. And so I would be looking for like ways how to hide it, that I'm looking at it. And then I found a deck that was borderless, and all of a sudden, when you reversed one card, you didn't need to do this anymore, because you saw it on the edge where the card is reversed. So I played with it, and then I tried it on a B deck and on a Steamboat deck. And then I realized that maybe, possibly, if you had the edges different on every single card, you could also not only know which card is the chosen one, where it is, but also what card it is, if every card had a different edge. And that was the beginning. I asked Dave Buck at Magic Life if there are any other cards like so that are one way on the side, and he told me about Texan Palmetto deck. Boom, here, right?
Oh yeah.
And he told me about this little book, and so I found it, I bought it, I read it, and I made my first prototypes on this deck. And the marking system was basically the exact same thing as now is on butterfly cards. I showed it to Stefan Eriksson in Sweden, and asked him if he wants to design the cards. And he took the Texan marking system and he put it in the butterfly pattern. That took us a year to figure out the design so it works. And we went through different themes. First, it was supposed to be just trees with branches, branching out at the edges. And then it became butterflies.
The butterflies weren't the original concept, or?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people ask, why butterflies? So the fact is, because they're pretty. But really, that's the main reason. I was just thinking, what could it be so it makes sense and it's nice? And I thought, who doesn't like butterflies? And they belong in their natural habitat is meadow, like flowers.
Yeah.
And so that can be in the background, and the marking system could be in it. But that took quite a few months to figure this out, to go through the tree idea and to figure out. We had like 3 different designs with trees, and we just had to admit that it doesn't work. And then I came up with the butterflies, found some patterns, some flower patterns on Google, just put it in Photoshop, sent it to Stefan, and he said, oh, that's nice, I can try something with that. And he made this.